What is up, my friends? My name is Echo Thrumi, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another episode of Proven Farming Methods. This time, I'm farming over in Titans League, guys, and the stakes are a lot higher, but I have been finding a ton of loot as well. So while I'm there, I have been using a miner attack army with the Queen Walk, and you guys are gonna like it. As you can see, still searching in these clouds, haven't found much today. Let's jump into it. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do, since I can't really find anything here live today, I'm going to go to a few of the most recent replays where I pulled in some major loot. So we're going to go back home right now, and I'm going to look at my log here and see what I can find, because there have definitely been some very profitable attacks. As you can see, this is just looking through my log right here. And, I mean, I had some that were not huge, but I also had some monsters in here that I'm hoping I still have the replays for so you guys can really see. Oh, yeah, look at this final one right here. And if we can look at the composition, I'm going in with a 5 healer, Queen Walk, Queen Grand Warden Walk, actually, 25 miners, 2 baby dragons for funneling, and I'm bringing in the king with 7 wizards behind to help funnel things out and farm and basically clear out one side of the base. Why don't we just look at it right now and you could see exactly how it's done. So first of all, I found this monster of a base. 7,000 dark elixir, 900,000 elixir, and 550,000 gold. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and funnel down one side of the base with the Queen Grand Warden Walk. What you want to do is make the base as narrow as possible so that the miners can go in one straight path, kind of like you do when you're doing your hog attack strategies. So, because I'm farming in Titans League, guys, you have to come in with a stronger army than I would normally farm with if I were down in Crystal League. I want to make sure that this walk stays alive, so I throw the rage spell on top. Utilize the 2 rage spells that you cook up on the walk, making sure that the walk stays alive. And I am not perfect. Sometimes it does go down. And on this attack, I go all out. I don't always use the wrecker, but with all this loot here, I wanted every single drop. So I'm coming in right now with that wall wrecker, going into the center of the base, funneling for those wizards, and my king is going up towards the north as well, all while this walk is going in and around towards the east. So now the miners are all being dropped in right for that Eagle artillery, and check it out. The Eagle just died out. The Inferno towers were dead as well. So basically, this was a nice and dead base, which you never ever find up here in Titans League. So this was a gem that I really wanted to grab every drop of loot from. And guys, I'm gonna do it. It's not often you run into a base like this one. Now, there's a lot of fire going on in the core of the base, but in that wrecker, I had a golem and a giant, and the golemite are still tanking for all the miners. The Tesla farm can't take down all these miners because they're targeting the golem, the golemite, and we have the Queen Walk right above my head continuing its way around the base. We have dead expos. Guys, this attack strategy is unbelievable. Now, I showed you this one because of the loot that was gained, but there are other ones where I'm going against live bases with Infernos, with Eagles, with expos, and I still get a ton of loot. But how do you not show a huge loot gain like this one right here? And we're basically going to finish off not even utilizing all the spells. I had 3 spells and a poison that didn't even need to be used in this attack. That was a gorgeous one that pulled in a ton of loot for me. And I wish I could do a live attack with you guys today, but by the looks of the clouds, I'm going to just be showing you some examples via replay. So why don't I just show you, what do we have here? I'm going to just scroll through and find another one that's nice right here. How about, I like this one right here. So here we have another base. There's a lot of good loot. We have an Eagle artillery. We have Inferno towers. We have a Town Hall 11 that we're going at right here. Again, going to funnel down that base. Now, I was a little concerned about these air defenses, but the Queen was able to reach over that wall and take out the AD, which I was happy about. We now have the baby dragon coming in, not doing much because there was an air defense right there. Now, I was happy to see the Queen pound on this wall a little bit. Now I'm going to have my king go in with the wizards behind in the north, hoping that he would go down towards the east but he decides to pound on a wall a bit there as well. Queen's going into the base, which is awesome right here, guys. And in this composition, you'll see I have 1 rage and 4 heal. That's just because that was the spell combination I had left over after my last attack. We have the miners coming in right now. Because I had that extra heal, I sent them in a bit early, but as you can see, I did miss that Queen's ability, and she did go down right there. That sometimes happens to me, guys, when I'm focusing on dropping in those miners, and unfortunately, it stinks when that does happen, but I do now have my Grand Warden and my King and the heal spells and the healers on with my miners, so they're gonna push through this base pretty nicely right here, guys. The Eagle Artillery was doing a nice job, but is now taken down by that group of troops that are all just basically dominating the core of this base. The King is going to continue walking around with all of his barbarians popping through that purple wall. Good thing that that purple wall was there, making it a little bit easier for the King. And all of my spells are tapped out right now, guys. I did drop my last heal, and now all I have left are the healers. But as you can see, no more air defenses are left in this base. So basically, those healers could stay alive for the most part, unless if there are traps or archer towers that target them. But looking pretty good for the healers to keep my kill squad alive, keep that King going through while these miners push through as well. And we do have a couple of wizards there helping from behind the King to give that King that little bit of a ranged attack that he doesn't have because he's a melee troop. And but even without the heroes, guys, we have the miners pushing straight through this base, pulling in some great loot. I love this strategy. I didn't even need to use the wall wrecker in this one. My Queen went down, and I still was able to pull in a 3-star, which again, it doesn't matter when you're farming. You're just looking for that loot. But now that I'm pushing up in cups because I like those loot bonuses, I do like to at least grab 1 star. So there you go. There's the composition right there. Again, if you want to train it up yourself, you definitely should. Now, before I get into the final attack today, guys, why don't I show you this composition and what it costs. As you can see, I have my previous army, and I have the Archer Queen Walk Miner. The previous army is this exact army with the spells being used, and you can see it costs 440,000 elixir and 140 dark. So very light on the dark elixir, but it is not a cheap army, which is why you need to find bases with a lot of loot in them. So now with a loot bonus of 300,000 elixir, I only need to find a base with about 150,000 elixir in it to make sure that I don't go in the negative or in the red. But remember, guys, a lot of times you don't even need to utilize all the spells, so when that happens, you can kind of just save a little bit of loot. So that's the composition: 6 wizards, 5 healers, 2 baby dragons, and 26 miners if you want to train up yourself. But now let's go into the attack log and watch my most recent, which was only a 2-star, but again, good loot right here. It's going to be profitable. If I get all the loot out of this base, guys, we're looking at 540 plus my 300 bonus. That's 5, 6, 7, 840,000 elixir, which is about a 400,000 elixir profit. Can't beat that. So now this is a pretty nice looking base right here. They even have some of their wall updated. It's all white wall for Town Hall 11. They got their corners updated to Town Hall 12 level wall. And the Town Hall looks like it's a 4-star Town Hall. Yes, it is. We have that baby dragon walking around, or flying around, I should say, on the outside of the base. I'm not sure why this one went down, to be honest with you. We're going to watch it again right here. I am going to get my... I got my King coming in with the wizards behind. Unfortunately, that eagle is going to target the King and those wizards. I should have waited an extra second for that Queen to actually target onto the Eagle Artillery, because she does turn on it momentarily. But the miners are in, taking care of it now. That's going to go down. I'm wondering if I lose my Queen on this attack, because sometimes that's the reason. Oh, here we go. The healers went in with those miners instead of sticking with my Queen Walk. Again, guys, the Queen Walk is huge value in this strategy right here. And if she loses those healers, you're going to lose your Queen eventually. But I didn't go in with the wall wrecker on this one. Notice I had the wall wrecker in the composition. Did not use it. I don't use them all the time. They're super expensive to train up. And really, I only use them if there's a base that has a ton, massive amounts of loot that I want to make sure that I get every drop out of. I have my last heal spell I'm dropping in the core of the base right now. And as you can see, I'm going to be dying out after this point in time. I'm gonna take down a few things there. The Grand Warden is with me, but it's getting to be you know, dangerous times here in the middle of the base. There's a lot of defenses targeting me. That multi-target Inferno with that new range is on top of me, and I don't have a heal spell to heal them up. If I had one more heal spell, I would have been okay. Luckily, I did take out the majority of the elixir on this attack, and with 11 seconds left, I'm just kind of looking at the base right here saying, I wanted all that loot, but I didn't want to spend my wrecker. So it's all good. We got good loot out of the base, and as you can see, 500,000 elixir plus the bonus, which is going to be another 3. So we were definitely profitable. Any gold is always a profit, and dark elixir, guys, I didn't use a drop because I did not use that poison spell because there was an empty CC. Honestly, I don't often use the poison spell, so I'm sitting clanless right now, guys, waiting to get myself into one of the clans to do a highlight of one of their wars and kind of break down some of their strategies. So as you can see, Echo is clanless, homeless, nowhere to go right now. But most of these attacks were when I was hanging out in 3 strikes, the ones that I share with you guys right now. But that's been it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and you know, you can always find me over on Twitter. I hang out there all the time, and I hope that you guys come over as well. And if you don't like Twitter, my Discord server is popping. It's doing so well, and you guys should come join in with me over there as well. I got some great people in the server that are just waiting to hang out with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Proven Farming Methods, one of my favorite series to bring to the channel because I love the farm, I love the strategies, and now I'm loving the push along with the farm. And actually, let's take a look at my account right now. My profile, I am currently sitting at the highest cups I've ever had in this game, Titan League 2. I'm trying to keep on pushing. I want to keep going as high as I can go. I want those big bonuses, but I'll tell you guys, the clouds, they're no joke. So unfortunately, well, we'll go as high as we can go, I guess. But that's been it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy daily Clash content, and throw a thumbs up if you made it this far into the video. But guys, thank you so much. I'll see all of you back here again tomorrow. Until then, be good.